This is Bill Gooch for the Fashion Spot. We're at the Tribeca Film Festival for the premiere of Ultrasuede in Search of Halston. Whitney, how did you get involved in this project?
Well, I think initially we wanted to do a great movie about fashion, about decadence, about the chic, glamorous style of the 70s. And no one epitomized that more than Halston.
Halston brought me into his world that he created for his friends and the people whom he loved, because he had this simple way of expressing himself.
Now, you were one of his muses. Could you talk a little bit about that, please?
Well, I think, we spent a lot of personal time together because, we became friends, and being friends, you sort of, see the normal life, but his life was not really normal. But his life was always so inspired by the tiniest things, like on the weekends we would be together looking at the beautiful waves, and I got to enjoy his private moments.
I've always been intrigued by fashion, and especially Halston. Halston was like one of the iconic American designers.
Okay. Now, Irina, because this is the Fashion Spot, I have to ask you, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Vivian Tam.
What inspired you the most by working with Halston?
What inspired me the most was how Halston took something so simple, clean, modern, and he made a great lifestyle out of that thing. I mean, he was so amazing as a designer.
Was an icon in the 70s and 80s. I grew up looking for the real jet set.
You were featured in this film. What was your relationship with Halston?
He gave me my first job in New York and was probably the single most important influence in my life in starting in fashion.
What do you like about the Halston aesthetic?
That it is completely minimal and totally luxurious. That Halston carries, I have vintage Halston pieces that are from the 60s, 70s that look just as modern today as they did when they were made.
He's very important to all fashion.
Because this is the Fashion Spot, I have to ask you, who are you wearing?
I'm in Versace this evening, and my shoes are my friend Charlotte Olympia, and my bag is Roberta Fryman.
Now, Carol, what was your collaboration or your relationship with Halston?
Actually, Halston had already passed by the time I came up, so for me tonight, this is going to be an eye-opener also to see his life and what he brought to the industry. But all the Halstonettes are my friends. Pat Cleveland, Chris Royer, Karen Bjorn.
And because this is the Fashion Spot, I have to ask you, who are you wearing?
Halston. Oh yeah, the black and red
What
of
else?
Halston. His credo was simple, classy, sexy.